Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome aboard another Charlie 31 departure. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are at. After doing a couple little things with the MD-11 last week, there were some issues with the old, I don't know if it was the airplane or the sim with the beta. So we've gone ahead and sort of blanked everything out, and we are currently going to be running just a straight up TFDI livery. Just make sure there wasn't a livery conflict with that last one. And then, because we were doing Northwest Orient in an MD-10 or a DC-10. But we're going to go ahead and get started, get the aircraft fired up. We're going to depart out of Roswell and head up to Denver. Kind of icky weather up in Denver. So here we go. Let's get the aircraft turned on. And we can go ahead, and we do not have ground power connected. So we're going to go ahead and start the APU. Get that going. In the meantime, we can go ahead and get you set there, you set there, and let's get you turned on, you turned on, and you turned on. With that, we've already got a flight plan filed. Should be fairly easy, going up to 400. Let's go ahead and import our flight from SimBrief. You'll see right here, Roswell to Denver. Going to be fairly straightforward. Albuquerque Center is on, so I'll dial up 32.8 once we get a chance. So let's go ahead and get that right there.
Autopilot.
132.8, 132.8 is doubled up there. All right, with that, we are on ground power. Let's get the APU air going. And we can also get our aux pump on so that we can get our brakes set. There we go. Brakes are set. 132.8. Go like this, and let's independent operation. All right, align IRS. So FMC1 database is good. Flight plan. So initialize the IRS. So with that, we're going to go ahead and send the flight plan to the FMC. We're going to set our payload and fuel. And now we should see some things change over here. Our alternate day is Colorado Springs. There we go. All that's in there. And we are just Charlie 31. We're going to cruise 400. There we go. And we're looking pretty good there. Cost index of 73. And while we're waiting for that, we're going to go ahead and grab FMC2 over here. And yeah, let's give them a call. Albuquerque Center, Charlie 31, Heavy, MD-11, Roswell, clearance to Denver, please. Charlie 31 Heavy cleared via radar vectors, climb and maintain 280, squawk 5601, Charlie 31 Heavy, Roswell. Short of Alpha, we'll give you a call. Charlie 31 Heavy. And 5601. There we go, squawk mode C. We're good to go there. All right, so our flight plan is good. So 280 on departure, so we're going to go ahead and dial that up to 280. There we go. We're set there. Let's get some lights here so you guys can see some stuff. There you go. Got that one. Let's get this one going. Get this one up for you. There we go. We should be able to be seen all over the place. So 2805601, and we are going to depart on runway 21, and it'll be radar vectors. So runway heading from 21. It's going to be 215. We'll do heading. Let's see. So there we go. We're doing okay there. So let's go due to our perf. And KROW, we're going to 21. There we go. Wind. Let's grab the weather. There we go. A headwind H18. Looking pretty good there. Let's grab our takeoff weight and let's calculate. We can go 303955, temperature 57, flaps 10. All right, so on to page 2. We're going to grab our weight. There we go. Discard that one. Grab that one and that one. And then our weights and everything are good to go. So that all looks pretty good. All right, on to our takeoff and approach. We're going to depart. What was that? Select temperature 57. There we go. Flap 10. And slope is 0.3. And 818. That can go there. There we go. That looks good. Outside air temperature is 20 C. There we go. We're good to go there. And curious why it's not Alright, we should be good to go there, and then we can put in our 130. $139. And 155. We are good to go there. And let's go to our flight plan. So we're going to KROW runway 21. And then insert that. And then we will go to KDEN. Alright, so we're going to go runway 34. Let's take a look at that. So our flight plan, we're going to come up that way. So 34 right. That looks good. ILS 34 right from Eldora. Let's add that to our route. And there we go. We are on the T-bar 4 arrival, gondola, ILS 34 right. There we go. Alright, so star. ILS 34 right. That's from Eldora. And we will be on the T-bar. T-bar 4 from gondola. That we can go ahead and insert. We are ready to go. Alright, runway 21, we'll give them a call short of Alpha, and we will be on our way, folks. So we're gonna go ahead and get you dialed down to go to the takeoff approach page there. 155. FMS speed, we're going to stay on heading, and we're going to go profile. So we're going to click on that now. There we go, takeoff clamp, there we go. And we are ready to fire this little fella up. So we've got everything going on up here, we're good. So we can go ahead and get ignition switch there. Let's go to our services. We're going to go ahead and close the passenger 2 door. Emergency power is on. Battery discharging. Okay, we're okay. So let's get number 1 going then. Alright, so ignition switch alpha is on. Let's get number 3 going. There we go. All right, let's get 1 going. Clap of 10. And now we can get 2 going. Alright, so we want map there. We can go ahead and increase the range. There we go. Sounds like we have 3 good starts. Alright, now we just need to dial it back to 5.1. Set, stable, and we can go ahead and get our flap set to 10. Get those down and out. And I think we should almost be ready to roll, folks. The emergency power on, battery discharging. That is right here, so let's go ahead and turn that off. And then we can go ahead and redo that. There we go. Alright, now we should charge our batteries while we're flying along. we should have our nav lights on, our beacon is on, and we are ready to taxi, folks. So get the no smoking signs on. We are ready to roll. We'll pull up to Alpha, give Albuquerque Center a call, and let's see how many passengers we have on board. Oh, we want to go to K. Oh, we'll go right here. Let's look at here. $273. So we'll go 270. 270 is good. So we're set there, and there. Everything on the overhead's looking good. Tanks are looking okay. We'll watch them balance out once we're on our way out, and we are ready to go, folks. Thanks for joining me on the flight. We're going to go ahead and see what we can do about getting this little fella going. We have shock. Wheel shocks are removed. Remove wheel shocks. Alright, here we go. Albuquerque Center, Charlie 31 Heavy short of Alpha, Roswell. Thank you. Alpha Bravo 21, Charlie 31 Heavy. There you go. Just going to taxi around the end of the terminal here. Here we go. Let's try and get some motion. All right. Chugging along nicely. Looking pretty good. Alright. We got our speeds in. And we are going to go ahead and not a bad little scenery. This is all default, I believe. Runway heading clear for takeoff. Runway 21, Charlie 31 Heavy. All right, here we go. All right, we are ready to roll, folks. There we go. Thrust set. Charlie 3-1 Heavy climbing through 6500. Charlie 3-1 Heavy. Gears up, flaps are up. Above 10,000, here we go. Charlie 3-1 Heavy. Direct Chisholm, resume on navigation, Charlie 3-1 Heavy. This one's business. Center Charlie 3-1 requesting direct cons. Direct cons, Charlie 3-1 Heavy, thank you. Alright, get the seatbelts off, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard. Appreciate you flying along with me today. Should be airborne for about an hour, and then we will be on the ground in Denver. Pretty quick flight for us. Everything seems to be going okay. The only exception is I don't get the, I'm unable to select or pull out on the nav or on the heading. So, there it is, right? .400 on our way. Alright, with that, we're going to go direct launch again. Cool. We can get that turned off. Aircraft appears to be doing normal. Alright, so. Alright. Folks, thanks for coming along with me. We're giving the old plane a try. That's about the only bummer part, is not being able to select the pull out on that knob. Later. There we go, 400. Albuquerque Center's usually pretty solid. They're doing a good job, and they're most of the time they're on. So. So we'll be 22.8. CTAP for Denver is 124.3. So. Getting there. And we are currently at about 1 hour. We'll be on the ground. Must have both frequencies. Could be a 299er. There we go.
Altitude.
1,000 feet to go. We're doing pretty good here, folks. There we go. Such a fun airplane. No, each page is up. There we go. Alright, let's go look at our arrival. We're going to be on the T-Bar 4 gondola transition. We're coming in from way down here. Gondola. Let's see. 280. We're good. Monarch. Push. 34 left, right. 35 left, right. Expect ILS to low flight. 34 left. Runway 34 right. 35 left. 35 right. Approach. So 13,000 is what we're going to dial down to. And 210, so Eldora at 210. Let's look at our flight plan. Eldora at 210. There you go. Then we're inbound to Fluff. Eldora, Fluff, Breck, 34 left. Alright, so we can go down to 55, 54. Let's get that set in there because it's going to take us a while. What's going on, pal? How's class? Are you at school today? Absolutely. Go. Kind of interesting. What's your question, Tyler? That was odd. Go ahead, Tyler. What's your question, man? Yeah. What graphics? I'm running a 7800X 3D right now, and it's perfectly capable. But I have a 4090 GPU, and then I guess it comes down to what GPU are you going to run, and what motherboard do you have. So the thing with the AMD motherboards is you should only run 2 channels of RAM. So you're gonna have to spend a little more to get like 64 232-bit or 232 gig RAM cards. Okay. Then I think you'll be fine with the 7800X 3D. And then you'll have to get the RAM that you want. So with the AMD boards, a lot of times the memory controller can't handle 4 sticks, so only plan on 2 sticks. And then, I mean, I've been really happy with my 7800. Are you flying 2020 or 2024? Okay. Drop that picture in Discord. Screenshot it. Let me take a look at it. Copy. Yeah, send me over the specs and I'll take a look at it. Punch any holes in it if there are. So we don't have any air traffic control on in Denver. Yeah, nothing there. So we'll go ahead and just descend all the way down to our final approach fix, which is 7,000. And we can hit profile, with his arm. Go. 7,000 on red, pink dot. We're good. Copy. Let me, once he turns me over to Unicom, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at it. You'll be happy with either one of them. A lot depends on how much money you're ready to spend. If you're trying to be economical about it, I mean, the 7800X 3D is the 9800, if I remember right. You have to actually go in and park 8 cores, so you're only running the 8 that are on the X3D. But that's not an issue. I'll take a look at it. Are you going to do anything else with it? Just flight sim? Yeah, 7800 will do great for both of those if you're wanting to save money. Kind of if you want to future-proof it a little bit, the 9800 would be good, but that's just that could just be a budget thing right now. They're both going to take the same socket on the motherboard, so you'll be able to upgrade later. I've been running my 7800 for 3 years now, maybe a little longer, and I'm happy with it. Your biggest game that you're going to be worried about is going to be Flight Sim, because the other ones are not necessarily quite as CPU intensive. I mean, they can be. Let me see. Tower Simulator is a lot of fun. We're about 11 minutes away from getting switched over, and then I'll look at it. The other one is the monitor you'll be using. Does it come with a monitor? Okay. You're not going to be driving a whole lot with the 1080. American Truck Sim will be okay. Who does that one? Who else plays that one? Is that like Tap Canada? Here we go. Charlie 31 Heavy Switch. Appreciate you being on. Have a great afternoon. See ya. Absolutely, pal. The X3D is an amazing technology. So I just got switched over. So give me a minute. I'm going to go look at it, and I'll be right back. Alright, Tyler, looked at it. That looks like a pretty good deal. $600 for all that. That's not bad. Make sure you have a good power supply for your GPU. And what case are you getting? And what coolers are you getting? 7800 does run kind of on the warm side, so the better the CPU cooler you can get, the better off you'll be. So just be aware of that. I didn't see the rest of that. It just looked like it was a motherboard, a chip, and RAM. The RAM looks okay. You'll be fine with that. You'll be able to upgrade that later as well to 64. But yeah, looks like a good deal. And I don't know that I would be too concerned about having to buy it right now. Micro Center's really good on their prices. They usually have really good bundles. You just have to pick your chip and your board. The rest of it's pretty good. They usually have really decent prices on all of them. So don't feel rushed to do it, but that looks like a good setup there, that 7800 X3D. And with that, we're also going to switch this to 124.3. Hold on. Yep, 124.3. All right. The 4000X is a good case. Make sure, yeah, just confirm the 4000X will fit that motherboard, the 650E. It should. 'Cause I think the 4000X is a really big one, right? But yeah, the power supply looks good. Pace should be good. What cooler do you have? What CPU cooler? Are you using air cool or liquid cooler all in one? About 80 miles away from our top of descent. $223 miles to Denver. Weather's looking a little Colorado. How'd you like the snow up here, pal? You gonna tune into Captain Jack's virtual flight deck tonight? I'll be on it. About 7 o'clock Mountain Time. You're a college student on a Friday night. You'll be out ripping it up. Copy. Let's see if we need to do anything for our arrival. Three, 4, right. Then we'll grab the weather. 350, yeah. 2963. Get our landing weight in there. Calculate. We should be plenty good. Yep. Lap 35, we're good. Top distance available. 5,000 feet. Yeah, we should be good. Expect Foxtrot 9, then Foxtrot down to Charlie 31. We'll see if we have any other issues. So, fortunately, we didn't have any problems when we were at the gate down there in Roswell. So we'll see what happens when we get to the gate here in Denver. That's where I kind of ran into a little bit of a hiccup on the last aircraft that we flew this one on. So we're going to go ahead and set our brakes to minimum. At minimum. Dial flap, we're going to back that down to about 15. In the middle there, so it's not like zing zing. So 28. Let's go to 16. There we go. think you'll like the 7800 X3D. That's not a bad price for that board, that chip, and that RAM. What was the price if you bought the 9800 X3D? For the 9800, you'd be fine. You'll be fine with the 7800. Probably about 10 minutes away from our top of descent. Inside 30 miles. For this arrival, we will at 15,000 feet do all the setup and checks that we normally do at 10,000 feet. Getting the lights on, making sure the passengers are seated. Once we drop below 15K, we'll go ahead and get that started. But we're almost ready to head down to 7,000 feet. We're just going to follow the arrival. And then the ILS runway 34 right. Yep. Active crosswind from the left. We're pointing off to the left a little bit. Descent coming up. Here we go. On our way into Denver, folks. Here we go. Nicely done, airplane. Nicely done. We have anybody else out there, do we? Doing all right. Winds are 350 at 8. Sticking with it. The ILS will be IOUF 353. Go to our Navigraph. IOUF 353. IOUF 353. Drop that right there. There we go. Side, we will go to our arrival page. So approach speed of 143. 38 for our VRAT. Get down into the weather. Nice. Nobody out there, just making it blind. Denver traffic, probably going to be running heavy MD-11, sending on the T-bar arrival for the island. Or Denver traffic. Descending pretty nicely here. Doing pretty good. Could be on the ground here in about 20 minutes. Not horrible. Got ourselves slowed down, looking pretty good, thank you. Port inbound, we want to be at we can take that. Make that 180. did delete my scenery indexes, so we might get a lot of stuttering when we get over to Denver. Failed to fire in there to get it loaded up. That's my bad. We are clear gear extend and slap extend. We're okay for right now. Let the airplane do airplane things. I'll pay attention to it. Coming through 18. Carter Lake. Castle Rock there. Traffic, Charlie 31, heavy MD-11, crossing over Castle Rock to join the island, 234 right. Denver traffic, switching over to Seagull. .3, there we go. Alright, let's decrease the range. We're now over Castle Rock. Look for the outlet malls. Okay, there they are. Right there. $14,000. Let's go ahead and get all our lights on. Butts and seats. We are ready to roll. Here we go, folks. Go with our wing. detected. Copy. All right. Angela, yes, I love this MD-11. Gave me some fits the other day, so we're giving it the standard TFDI paint today. Doing a test flight, a little bit of maintenance. So Denver traffic, Charlie 31 Heavy MD-11, 20 miles out now. That's 34 right. Those are armed, we're doing all right. Should be over. Oh yeah, that's 470. The Centennial should be right there on our left. There it is. Above the Parker. There's the runway. Buckley. Be right on the edge of the old ILS localizer. Get that captured here momentarily.
Stabilizer motion.
Miles out, gear down. and arm. We're good.
Altitude.
Free green, we're good. Out.
Stabilizer motion.
Nice. I'm gonna finish this one up, then I gotta go take care of my puppy. Ooh. Denver traffic, Charlie 31 heavy, 10 miles out, 34 right.
Stabilizer motion.
Flaps 35, speed to 137. We're good. 140. Alright, let's capture this flight, so let's put the girl on the ground. How long a flight is that, Angela? Look at that.
Autopilot.
Oh, nice. There's my office right there. Continue.
Slow. Flight slow.
200.
Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow.
100.
Flight slow. Flight slow.
50.
Flight slow.
40. 30.
Flight slow.
20. 10.
Oh, 327. A little bit of stutters, just getting all this stuff loaded in. Alright, with that, let's get AP power started. Denver traffic, Charlie 31 heavy, clear runway 34 right, taxiing to the gate via Foxtrot, Denver. We will go park at Charlie 31, and then that's going to do it. $327. I had dual land. I probably should have checked to see how it does auto land. Angela, Captain Jack, Mickey Mike, and we're going to be on the virtual flight deck tonight at 7 o'clock Mountain Time. If you want to watch that one. I do appreciate you stopping by, keeping me entertained. Alright, now I got the full-fledged third-party airport. Gonna go over here. I'll try and do TSX, see if that's what caused any issues. But if it doesn't, I think just sort of a reinstall after the update. That's the tough part is I wish Microsoft would say, hey, got the beta for you. Would you like it now, or would you like to stand by one? Oh, look at that. They've even got the new Charlie Charlie in there. Those signs aren't in the middle of the ramp like that, though, that's for sure. Looking pretty good. I will go Charlie Charlie. not a bad little flight. Denver did just start Roswell to Denver to Roswell flights last week, so not an unusual flight for sure. We're gonna go ahead and get you turned off. We're going into Charlie 3-1 right there. There we go. We are parked at the gate. Let's see if it'll give us some parking stuff. Beacon coming off. Go southwest. There we go. See. Jetway's coming up to us. There we go. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for flying along with me today. We're going to go ahead and call the flight good. Passenger 2 left. We're going to get that open. And let's see what else. Let's get deboarding happening. So, Angela, have fun on your flight. We're going to go ahead and deboard. There we go. Thanks for joining me on the flight. Thanks for keeping me entertained. I'll send you the little post. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Tyler, I think the 7800 X3D is a good chip for you, so please enjoy that. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for flying with me. Told you this airplane fit. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for being here.